Through the darkest of nights, my path remains true!
Alright. Yeah, what's up, it's Sabo here, and I want to talk about Wuthering Waves. Because the game just came out, I've been grinding for like a week, and I got some things to say. Starting a new series, I'm starting something called a Catsual's Opinion. Actually, it doesn't really sound that catchy. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about WUWA, some pros, some cons, some nitpicks. So yeah, I mean, I'm having fun playing the game, not gonna lie. It's probably the most fun I've had, like, playing a gacha game within a long period, to be honest. Because, I mean, HSR was my favorite gacha game, but I guess when this came out, easily replaced it. This is the best gacha game, like, period. And yeah, I want to talk a bit about it. Let's see, I guess the first thing I can talk about, the main appeal, the combat. Combat feels good. Probably the best feeling action gacha game by far. It's complex, there's a lot of skill expression, fucking combos, a lot of variety of moves. The animations are pretty fluid, so pretty solid overall. Definitely. What is it? It's similar to Genshin, but not really. Because if you play Genshin and then you come into this, you'll feel the similarities, but there's definitely a lot more depth to WUWA. So yeah, combat really solid. Look at these animations. Got Jiyan. So you have your basic, your resonant skill, and then the resonant liberation. Oh yeah, and then you collect echoes, and your primary echo is your Q. And they have their own abilities that you can tie into the combat. So pretty cool. Pretty fun. I guess like something you can compare it to is like Devil May Cry. It's kind of like Devil May Cry. There's like canceling, there's all kinds of tick. So combat is my favorite so far. Like it feels good. What's the next pro? There's exploration. Also a similar feeling because it's an open world RPG. So I mean, if you play Genshin, similar. But exploration in this game is pretty fun because not only, so you can like run on walls. Check this out, and it just feels nice. Like, it's such a game changer. You can do it on like anything, mountains, whatever. So yeah, you can parkour basically. Yeah, you can do something crazy like this, because there's another exploration mechanic that you can use. So you can like grapple hook. Yeah, and that changes everything. So you can do something cool like, hold on, oh, you can like dash in the air too. So you can jump, grapple hook, dash. You got Jiyan E, boom, and then there's grapple points like over there. So yeah, exploration's really fun to do. My other favorite feature of the game. Let's see. And then there's character designs. And I'm gonna be real, Jiyan is my favorite gacha character of all time. Like, he just looks so good. Look at this man. Holy moly. My favorite gacha character, hell yeah. There were people saying they have same face syndrome. I don't agree with that at all. I mean, you're telling me this guy looks like this guy, or this guy, or even this guy. And yeah, this is a dual facial here. So yeah, design-wise, I think the game looks pretty good. Character design, I would still say Hoyoverse is the king of character design, but Wuwa is definitely not bad. It's pretty solid. Females look pretty good too. So yeah. Now characters, easily, I would say Hoyoverse is the king, but this is definitely like right below it as far as character designs go, because they look cool. And I think Jiyan is like the coolest male character in any like gacha game. So very cool design. What's another pro? Another pro is, it's definitely a challenging game. So this game has something like Spiral Abyss. Like over here you have, actually where is it? Tower of Adversity. And if anyone played Genshin, I mean, it's basically Spiral Abyss, to be real. This is just Spiral Abyss. But yeah, it's challenges. You play through them every week. And yeah, you just want to get the highest score, get some rewards for just doing it. Yeah, so basically just Spiral Abyss. It's like a tower of challenges. And then another challenge you can go through are something called holograms. And they're basically harder version of bosses. It's these. And if you're looking for a challenge, this game has a challenge. It's no baby stuff. Maybe if you're like a hardcore player, like you're really good at Devil May Cry, you play on like the hardest difficulty, it's still like relatively simple, but for the casual player, it's definitely a lot more challenging. So a lot of fun to do. I'm only done like 3. I haven't done 3 on that yet, and it does get harder as it goes. So definitely a game that provides a lot of challenges if you're looking for a challenge. And I guess my last pro, it's probably, it'd be criminal not to talk about it. But in my opinion, the biggest pro this game has to offer, guaranteed weapon banner. So in Genshin you have epitomized path, right? Where you could lose up to 2 times, but on the 3rd is guaranteed. Nah, screw all that. The weapon banner in Wuwa is 100% guaranteed. You pull up to 80, but regardless if you go to pity, you're getting the weapon no matter what. Easily the best pro. Like this, honestly my favorite thing. Thank God, because this weapon is amazing. It's beautiful. So yeah, 100% guaranteed weapon banner. I mean, characters are still 50-50. I lost 50-50. Got Jiyan. But yeah, those are the pros so far. The combat's really good. Exploration's really fun. Lots of parkour. Oh, actually, one more pro. Echo grinding. So in this game, it's basically like in Genshin how there's artifacts, in HSR there's relics. This game has echoes, and these are basically Pokemon. So what you do with the grinding of this game is collecting these Pokemon, these echoes, and you get stats for them. As you level them up, you get stats, you tune them for extra substats, and it is a grind, but by far it's the most fun I've had grinding in a gacha game, just because all you do is beat the shit out of these echoes, and then you just catch them like Pokemon. So yeah, I mean that's all it is. You go to the overworld, you beat the shit out of like all the echoes, you catch them. It's like playing Pokemon, but you're catching them yourself. So pretty fun, pretty chill. What else? Actually, yeah. And there's shinies in this game too. So if you like collecting shinies, I mean that's something for you to do as well. Let's talk about cons though. The unfortunates. So the biggest con in this game is optimization. And this is something I think everyone's talked about. Some people can't run it well. They have stutters. There's like, they can't play the game at all. To be honest, it is a con, but not for me. Unless like I'm streaming it, I do see stutters, but for me, the games run perfectly. Like it's fine for me. So it's not a huge con for everyone out there, because some people do have good PCs. And I've tested on mobile too, and I have like an iPhone 13, so no, mobile, I don't know. I didn't experience any stutters on my phone either. So for me personally, it is a con I see like everywhere, and I guess it wouldn't be fair to not point it out, but I haven't experienced it. But I guess for Kuro game though, you know, these optimization problems are a thing, but they're also hot fixing it as like the game's going. There's like a lot of apologies, a lot of issue fixes. They've dropped like over 20 hot fixes in the like first week, and then on top of that, free pools, free character selectors. So a lot of stuff they're making up for it. So even though this is a con, I don't think it's a big con. And then the other con of the game is, I guess, the story. Okay, so the story, I'm not gonna hold you, it's probably not bad, but it's kind of boring. From Act 1 to 4, right? It's literally exposition dump. Like just wall of text. And that's like throughout Act 1 and 4. And it's not my favorite way to tell a story, because it easily gets like very boring, just like reading through it. But to their credit, when you get to like Act 5 to like 6, my god, man, that's when it like picks up. That's when like it actually happens. You see a lot more stuff, and then that fun, I guess a positive for the story though is the cutscenes are good. When you see the cutscenes, they go pretty hard. So without spoilers, that last fight of Act 6, that whole like cutscene and shit that happened at the end was pretty good. It's just for the majority of it, it was kind of just wall of text. So, you know, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna like pay attention to like that stuff. I just watch like a lore maker because it'll make it interesting for me. But I guess that's another negative. And then the final negative that I don't think really bothers me, but it's been said, the English VA isn't as strong. I definitely tell that, and I don't think it's the VA's fault. I think it's more how they're directed, because I think everyone's seen that scene where it was with Scar, and I think his VA is fine, but then the way I guess the female rover like said what she says to him was the most very monotone way of telling someone you're not getting away. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's not really another problem for me, because I'm playing in Japanese VA. So to be honest, they sound amazing in Japanese VA. They got a lot of like popular voice actors. Like Yui Ishikawa is doing Yang Yang, and then Atsuki Hanai is like doing Ling Yang. And then Jiyan is Yuki Ono. So some big Japanese VAs. So if you like Japanese dub, probably just play in that. But that's about it with cons. Alright. And then nitpicks. So not necessarily cons, but just some things I personally have issues with that I don't think is a big deal, but it's just a me personally. I think Tacit Field should not be 60 stamina. I think it should be 40. So Tacit Field is basically how you farm for tuners, how you farm for like extra like echoes, and it's like 60 to do them. They cost 60, and I think it should be less. I think it should be 40. So that's one nitpick. Another nitpick, I guess, is sometimes, okay, exploration is fun and the parkour is fun, but there's instances where like you're climbing up a mountain and you kind of like just get stuck. So I don't know if they'll like fix that, or that's just a me problem, but it is kind of like awkward when you're like climbing up a mountain and then you're stuck on something, and it's like you either jump off or whatever. But I think that might just be a me thing. And then I guess my final nitpick is some areas some of the enemies are in the worst areas in the game, man, because they'll be on like the smallest platforms, and when they fall off, it's the most awkward thing. Sometimes they'll teleport back, sometimes not. So those are like little nitpicks, not necessarily like cons, but definitely like some issues I've had with the game. Overall though, I think the pros outweigh the cons for sure. It's only been like the first week. I've done like everything, all the quests except for this one, which, fun fact with this one, in the middle of it you have to wait like 24 real hours to do the other half of it. Yeah, 24 real hours, not, you know, like you're not gonna take the time and then move it 24. It won't work. It's 24 real hours. So that's a fun fact with this quest. But I've done enough in the game. Played like a week's worth. I've been grinding. Done like half of Tower Adversity. I've done hologram challenges. So my personal overall experience, I think this is my favorite gacha game of all time, without a doubt. And I can understand why people give this a 7 out of 10, but my final verdict on the game, 9 out of 10. It's my new favorite gacha game. Like, it was HSR before, but this is just like everything I love about it, man. The combat feels amazing. It's like Devil May Cry gacha game, and then on top of that, it just looks amazing. Like, I think Hoyoverse games have amazing character design, but in my opinion, this is the best character detailing I've seen in a gacha game. Like, just like, it looks amazing. And I think the reason for that goes to the fact that they're not running on Unity, they're running on Unreal Engine. So that's why, like, these characters are just, they're animated well, the 3D models look amazing, they're detailed. I think it's cool. It's a beautiful game. The combat's like really freaking good. High recommend if you're like freaking fighting game players, or even talking about Wuwa. So if it is similar to Genshin, but I think their focus is more on combat. It's definitely a combat heavy game. So if you're a fan of that, definitely play Wuwa 100%. Most fun I've had in a gacha game. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's how I feel about the game so far. If you like the game, if you like the game, download it. If you like the vid, like, favorite, and sub. But yeah, that's about it. I think my next vid, I'll probably do like a Jiyan versus like every boss thing. But yeah, that's about it. See you.